This is a video showing what you will generally receive in your welcome home kit. And as you can see, it's kind of a gift bag. Might even have, in fact, we do have more to add, so we may have to actually double the size of this, but this is to start. Okay, the first thing you'll do, if for those who would arrive, you will arrive and you'll be given a folder. This is the folder. On the right side, you'll see stapled in here your actual contract, which has a picture of your beautiful, sweet doggie. The microchip ID number will go here after it's actually installed. Let me show you. That's important that you, before it is actually put in by your veterinarian, we provide it, but we don't install them because, well, the machines are like ridiculously expensive, and your vet's right there. He's doing the checkup anyway, and I think it's maybe $10. There's your number right there. I wrote that number right there. So you will actually have it written here where I can write it. Come to think of it, I could write it there too. But the sticker will go here, and it doesn't really go there because there's no room. So there's the location of this. Is stapled inside. It's not been opened, okay? And this is a very highly rated one here, okay? All of your legal is on the right side. So what you've signed, everything about your baby and about your responsibilities, and it's mostly what you need to know, familiarize yourself with. And it even talks about your long-term responsibilities, your short-term responsibilities, your immediate responsibilities. And it talks about everything supports itself. And by golly, if it doesn't, please let me know, because I'm kind of not a one-horse show, but I've been doing this a long time, and I'm kind of the lame horse in the show. Let's put it that way, the brain. This is everything you should be getting in your pack, which I actually need to, I wanted to notice that at the bottom there it says tick removal tool. We provide in this kit. This is your parasite prevention kit against fleas, ticks, heartworms, and mosquitoes. This comes with every adoption, and so the 5-year of heartworm prevention is actually lifetime. You just have to come back and ask for refill, and I fill those up. So that's a lifetime. I just had to put a number, so you can't just put lifetime on everything. So we do the dispenser with the starter vial and instructions. The oil spray, we have the bottle, but we have this, you click on this online and you can go and look exactly which one works, what you want to use for that. That's important for the use, and you'll see it in your, there it is, your K9 medical record for your little dude. From we need to fix that up. From day 1 would be the 9th of the puppy's until adoption day. And oh my goodness, I'm getting a phone call right in the middle of this video. Man, that stinks. Okay, I'm just going to have to call her later. All right, so anyway, I'm right here we're going to go ahead and say all the legal is on this side, except this. This is one thing I'm going to put over here, and this is your core vaccine chart. This is for you to understand and to go on the links on the resources page. Click on what you need here, okay? You've got to click on the extensions if you want to know more, but it's Dr. Robert Schultz. He is the one who's done this for 2 decades at the Wisconsin Veterinary Medicine, that university there. That's all that is, just a research facility. This is all from him. So you'll see that I separate them like rabies, and then we have blue. This is the main, blue is core, like the basic things of life. Orange is warning. This is questionable, not worth the risk. These are what I sum here in red. That's red letters in me. Anything in red is me. So there you go. You're going to look at this and see over here. I just went ahead and kept each one separate. Like the lepto is this. And then this is sort of kind of follows over. It should be lavender. I'm not real sure. It is supposed to be blue. There's a blue here on lime. I think that's blue. Green here. But anyway, you can go across to lepto here and understand here's what the assessment is. It says right here what your dog really needs. Because the thing is, there's a big difference. There's legal, then the guidelines. We just don't know which one's best for our dogs unless we go to what Dr. Schultz says and the whole team of people that are good veterinarians who are experienced and have done this for decades. This is the column. So that's what I have. And there's a page 2 to this with all of the links if you want to get jinky and do that. But you can provide this for your veterinarian. I did not do this at the top. For some reason, it's cutting off the top every time. But that link is up there. But Dogs Naturally, you'll have it on your resources page. But this will all go back here. And there's one more thing I have to say about it is we'll go over, we have so much to go over. This is why it takes so long. The medical record here includes the parasite prevention chart, which we document over here on the left side. We put her age, It has all this you can fill out as you need to. This is the flea and tick prevention that keeps us from having issues. That is the actual product we buy. This is the actual vial we put it in. And this is the explanation of how and why we do that, the ivermectin, how it's exact. By the way, the ivermectin is an oral dose. I think somewhere on here I need to put by mouth, oral, because people that really don't know this stuff don't know. But here's a list of everything that's been done for your puppy up until now. We went ahead and did the we did the ivermectin. Yes, we did. We went ahead and we always do the ivermectin with the families, okay? But all of this is the explanation. These are her vaccine. This is her, the name of the doctor. But the actual, like I said, medical's on this side. There it is, Lake Forest. There is her, Fiona, her medical record. Now, there's one thing you'll notice, and I mentioned right here, is that she started on 4/12 today, but she needs 3 days of this through the 15th. So what we have here is Safeguard. And this is what I call just get that gut cleaned out good. Because nobody really is worming. Worms are just freak people out. But there you go. Your instructions are there. You just give her that 0.5 the first day into the last bit of the other 0.5 mil on both days tonight. Let's see. The 13th is tomorrow. The 14th is the next day. So if you get instructions like this in there, it's why. Because normally we do 2 days and then let you do the 3rd day at home. That way everything is clear. You just know that your vet appointment's going to be immaculate. But this time we basically are getting 2 done there because of the way things turned out. All of this will be clipped on the left side. I hope I'm not going too fast. Oh, slow down the video. I know, people do that. I hate TikTok. It makes me crazy. So that's all going to be there. Now, this is all going to be here. This is also this is for your good right here. This is going to be in there with your medical. I'm going to show you what all that means. Now, this is how my medical kit looks, okay? There's a whole video showing you how to do this. Everything is here for your monthly. It goes off on the day of their birth, the 9th in this case, and you have your ears taken care of. You check off that you did them, you smelled them, made sure the hair was clipped back. Here's your little scissors. We keep that handy dandy. Toenail clippers. I do little doobers with this one. I do my big doobers with that one. This is to dispense medicine if needed. I always keep one of those. Now, there's also in here the vial I showed that I have poured one of these 4 milliliters into your vial of, this is the topical canine. Now, the most important thing is that you understand why are we doing this, but it takes literally a minute and a half to do this and this is free for the life of the dog here. This is free. You get this every day. I put the word on there somewhere by mouth. Oh, no, this is mine. That's why. That's mine. I don't have, because I know which one it is. This should say topical. This is your topical treatment, but you need to order that and buy that particular thing, and the link is in your resource documents, okay? But this is the best way because we do not want to kill their microbiome. That is the most important thing we're learning. Biology is amazing, but anyway, that's why we don't kill theirs, we don't kill ours. It just takes care of that by going with the skin and you topical 6 little dots. This is getting you started right there. And but we did the ivermectin on her, and what we usually do is we'll put the spots, 6 or more, just real little spots, and just right on the skin down the back of the puppy. All of this is in my video. So you're taking care of nails. It's even better. You get the face, fanny, and feet, which is in the video. So you keep these. By the way, you're only getting part of the kit. Look at your contract and see what parts you need to order. But this is what I do. Every time I want to do this, I put it up here. I don't know why I have a little Allegria shoe. I guess that's in case somebody borrows my clippers. And you just put it in your kitchen, like something like this. And it stays right in this nice little takeout. And that's all. That's all we do. Just a little, any kind of like a butter, this is basically like a sour cream container. I like it clear. I'm nuts about clear things. That's how it is. It comes out. I do it on the 9th. And then those months when we don't need it, we do not over poison our dogs. We are using exact weights. There you go, exact weights, not ranges. We know what our puppy weighs, we weigh them, and then we do the job. And there you can see you're only using 1 to 2 drops until they get up to 14 pounds. She's got a long way to go. Here's yours. Okay, now, I said all that to say this. This is a copy of the actual label that you'll see when you pick up yours. You're going to get the extra large, and you can get the 6 or 12. But that is the only way. Trust me, the numbers are crazy. You can get 6 milliliters of all the product put in your bottle, or you can get 24 milliliters. So it's up to you, but this is so smart, and it's the same price. Now, this is what you're going home with. This is your starter kit. There's the bottle for your bug spray, and it's in your parasite prevention trifold. This is your actual oral. This is the ivermectin, and this says right there, you know, there's your instructions about on the back. Skin, I put everything that's a little cheesy. It'll look better on most people's 5 to 7 spots, but we just spread that out. Do not stick in one spot, and there's your little tick remover. You're going to keep it in there. And there's the vial I emptied and put inside there. So that is there. So you can see what I have here all packed up for you, my dear. And what I'm going to do next is, okay, take a breath. Next is we're going to go over what other things are in your box that we're going to talk about. And one of them, before we get too far, is this is most important. One of the heads of the dogs that we have to really watch out, the 3-headed dog in Harry Potter's where I go with that one, is it's food. We need menus. So you're going home with freeze-dried food. I'll go ahead and take it out. I want to show you when it goes in. We're going to go in. I'm going to show you where we provide this, because it's so important to us that you take care of your sweet baby dog, like we would want done to us, right? So the first thing we're going to do is show you we've got freeze-dried food. This makes up 4 times that amount when you add the water or broth, and those instructions are in here. That's the document right there, and you can put them in a little notebook if you want. So you've got 2 of those, so that will be quadruple of whatever that is. You've got 2 meals. I prefer getting turkey and beef, but we ended up not getting the beef this time. So you're getting double turkey. But you can add beef to one day and then do pork. And then it can be, we like it raw. They like raw. If it's fatty like pork, if it's a fatty meat, give it to them raw. The deal is, but if it's pretty lean meat, you can cook it and it's fine. Just not too much cooked fat. That's extremely dangerous. Never cooked fat. So we just, but the fat's raw. That's what they need. These are puppies, for goodness sake. So you got that. Those are two meals. 3 is this one. This is your emergency meal and treats. That's one of them. You can also get Origin is a much better one, but you have to store this in a freezing condition, airtight, double bagged in the freezer. If you don't use it all up in 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, it starts breaking down. So you have those 2 meals, and we're about to go ahead and put in 1 chub of the Blue Ridge beef, which I'll get somebody either to get that or, well, we're on food. I'll go ahead and show you what's on this list. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go over food while I'm here. There it is. There's your recipe. It's so simple. You want to know the quick version? This is so easy. 1.5 cups of raw meat. 1.5 cups of this. You blend it, cook it a little bit of food, process it. This. Boom, it's done. You mix it, put it in patties. You'll just have to know that rice has arsenic, and when you get to the document where you can click on things like going back here to the different foods that are harmful or not, here's your list of not harmful. These are things that, by the way, this is not exhaustive. There's so much to add to this. I can't wait to add more to it, but there's so much you can. But boy, when you get to rice, you click on this here, baby. Holy moly, you're going to learn something about rice. There's a link on arsenic warning is very serious. It's a governmental thing that was addressed to children. Any smaller sized children are very susceptible to arsenic poisoning from rice. So we don't get anything with rice in it. We use it very rarely for our dogs. We never would buy that. But this is your food. This is your bad foods right here. This is no, that's not harmful is this. And it says here, not harmful, but it says questionable. Anything in red. So read this carefully, get it online, and clickety-click your brains out till your fingers are falling off. Because there's all these bright blues are links, including the one about, it's sort of sad about some of these things, like right here about our sweet rock, who it is, the rock, Dwayne Johnson guy. But anyway, why we do things the way we do, we teach all this. Onions have got a serious problem. However, we have a wild discussion going on about garlic to such a degree it's cracking me up. But I'm much more into knowing more about science and looking at the research to see what can cast a shadow on something. And I know garlic is amazing for repelling fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. So you read this. This is part of yours. I put it here so you can literally put this inside a little notebook or whatever you want. So that's all set for you, along with, in case somebody's watching your Doogie Hood and someone says, oh, wait a minute, she just ate those nuts. What are those, macadamias? I thought I saw that on the list, and you can look for that. But then, this is up where people can see it easy. These are things you just want to be aware of. In other words, what you're going to do with this is you're going to get out, have this handy dandy in your little, this is part of your emergency, what is wrong with you, Lisa? Have mercy. My brain just, your emergency system, first aid kit, for goodness sakes, Lisa, you can say it. All right, there you go. Anyway, there's your chart right there. All these first aid things are great. I've had to use this so many times, but you'll notice that like Pepto-Bismol has got peppermint, but we don't give it to them every day their whole lives. It's not like we just give it to them all the time. We use peppermint in our actual spray, but other resources will tell you peppermint's not good for dogs. So I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? The dog was absolutely bummed up, had to stomach. So what we do is look at this. I know Gas-X is super important. This came right off from my veterinarian, that famotidine, canned pumpkin. This is how to use that. That would have saved our precious, sweet Dwayne Johnson's puppy dog. If he'd known this information, and if I'd been his breeder, he wouldn't have that problem. But there are other links here for you to look at. Please review these. It says human foods that can be. This is deadliest poisonous plants. I have looked at people's living rooms and said that plant right there is about going to kill your dog if it's choosing. So we have these other links here online. For when you get on this here, you are going to click on as you want. But that is what your first kit and your first aid with your, like putting this up there saying, you know, doodle dog, whatever, label it or tape it. Easy to find, but I tell people keep this in your car, your purse. But if you're traveling, because mushrooms and a lot of mycotoxin poisoning, these huge poisonings that we've got, neurological meltdowns, they happen when you're on vacation. Every time when you're on vacation. So have this with you. It's just simply hydrogen peroxide 3%. So this is going into the back with that. We're going to get the other last food later, but I wanted you to have your medical chart. There it is going in. Here's everything about your food, your charts of good, bad, and questionable, and in highly debated, wonderful, which I love that, I'd rather be talking about it. And then you're going to have your little scented blanket that smells like the family. And this is one of my best cheap ideas ever for the family that, and also, this one, yeah, like they love this thing here, and they have another squeaky on that side. So we just make these, get the Dollar Tree socks. And then you get a stainless steel cone from your sweet old furless mama here at home. And then this is your bitter apple for the training, and we'll go into that next. Okay, oh, well, might as well do you first. Next. Okay, you sit right here till we're done. Training is real important. So these are your supportive things here, because we don't use a lot of crates like to, if you train the dog using these little tethers here, and I've got one for each. It's real easy. I'll have to show you in a video, but you just take it. The end without the bell goes around something like wherever there's like your chair leg, okay? A chair leg or something. The end with the bell goes on the harness, the back of the harness of the puppy. So wait, stop. You're going to go to my Training Everdoodles resource. This has worked for hundreds and hundreds of puppies, okay, and dogs. Well, mostly puppies, because dogs should know better. But this is your reasons to get them out to potty. And I teach you exactly in that doc, because this is only page 6 of like, I think 16. There's 16. So I can teach this in another video if y'all want it. But there they are. Put this right up where you can see it or grab it or get to know this. And this is the reasons to take your baby out to potty in its potty area. The one is jingle. I didn't put on there is jingle. When you hear this jingling, he's not going to pee where he's at. He's not going to pee wherever he's tethered. He's going to make noise. So that's important that you know that these all support the Training Everdoodles. These are the things you're going home with, along with our BAD. And that is this is right there. It's this liquid Granite's bitter apple. We fill up these little bullet-sized bottles, and I say keep them everywhere if you have a stubborn one. And you might, who knows? I mean, they go through phases, but that stays, and that is for use for everything. And it is getting their attention. We always use it for the no bite in different ways, along with those commands of no, where you're chewy. But all of that is in your Training Everdoodles document, which you get online, print that out, but that is going to help you whenever, generally speaking, you're just looking for like how, like, wait, what are the 5 reasons? Get them down, because it's 100%. It's just 100%. I hate being too arrogant, but I have to say, I am a little bit. Oh, you got a spot on your head, sweetie. Your eyelashes are falling off. Then, of course, you have your poopy bags. And then you have a good tennis ball, because she's playing ball. All of them should play ball. That is a got to be. And then we have our seatbelt. Everybody's going home with a seatbelt. So when you come see us, you should have a harness. That is for that. And if you don't have an ID, used to be back in the day, I wouldn't let you go home with your dog. But I have become slack about that. So go online also before going home and get that ID. But one thing I wanted to show you too is I'm going to include this to show you that this is an example of the ingredients in the label of one of our favorite supplements for puppies, so that any dog food you make from any recipe can become adequate for puppies with just throwing in and also variety. So what I'm going to do is take what I showed you earlier. All of this is your medical kit, your parasite prevention kit. You don't go home with this. That's just a picture I use for everybody. And then your whole thing here, everything's going in here. And the last thing that you will have in there will be wrapped up cold and icy cold. And it'll be either 1, 2, or both of these. This is the Blue Ridge beef, and I prefer the breeder, not breeder, it's the complete, okay? That's complete is ideal, but puppy mix is fine. You just need to add things to this, like oatmeal, your greens and things. This may, if you go online, I can print that out, actually include that with my next ones, but I don't have it in here. Somehow the breeders, not breeder, gosh, Lisa, quit saying that. The complete, it's called Blue Ridge Complete. The complete is a white, it has more white letters. But that's his puppy mix. And then this is an example of what I make for my own treats. I just dry liver. It's calf liver is very good. But one ingredient treats are great, like those dried ones, or you can dry your own. And that's how you do it. You buy this by Skylark. It's right there in your frozen section. Do thin little slices and dry that out yourself. But anyway, you're not going home with calf liver. But I'll tell you, if you don't go home with raw meaty bones, you're going to hate yourself. They have to have them twice a day. This is how I store mine. Wings, legs, everything together. They have to have at least, this girl and every dog that leaves this property needs to be doing this and eating fleshy parts, like whole chicken leg would be ideal to start. So make sure you have your bag of raw chicken legs. And I said that right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, by golly, you've got to go, and this is generally to everybody, just go get that video, start looking at it. You don't have to follow mine. I'm lame. I'm not even a vet, but I've listened to vets too, and it's like, but I just think it's so, it's so good to hear that everybody's in agreement on this. Everybody, except your vet. Your vet will not, they'll be like, and your friends. Oh, and your mother-in-law and your family, well, you're gonna kill your dog. And I'm like, yeah, right. Well, you wanna watch this? Is just the logic is so insane. So just know that we've been handed a load of, well, you might use your imagination on that. But anyway, but yes, this is getting wrapped up, and it'll be wrapped up in one of our mini Amazon bubble wrap things tight. This will go home with you in your bag. And I believe, Beth, that we covered it. Holy cow. Can you say I'm ready to go home? Can you, Angel? I get a kiss. You're the sweetest thing. Yes, you are. She says, I look like a little hound dog. But I can't wait to show you what they all look like. This velvet that's coming in is going to be so swirly, curly, beautiful, and amazing. I know, Mama, I am. All right, that's it. Gotta go. Love you. Bye-bye, Angel.